Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Today we'll discuss about the F distribution ideas here. F distribution idea. Already previously we have seen that um, about T distribution and the related ideas here, related to test here. Test of significance are difference between two sample proportion as well as sample proportion, population proportion here. Today we will move on to the F distribution. F distribution is also one of the distribution that will be useful for testing small sample scale. It's a small sample idea here. For small samples, we can apply F test here. F test. What are the uses of F test here? F test used to test the significance of population variances given by two samples here. Significance of population variances given by two samples here. Suppose we have two samples here. From that we identify some variance values here. Whether any significant difference present in the sample variances that you can identify. Two sample variances that you can identify here. Similarly, to test whether the given sample taken from the given two samples taken from the same normal population or not here. Given two samples are taken from the same normal population or not, that you can identify with the help of F test here. F test used to test the these ideas here, or you can test the significance in the variance. Significance variance. Similarly, whether the samples are taken from the same normal population, that we can identify with the help of the F test here. With the help of the F test here. The F test, we have the main area of F test is the significance of difference between population variances. Population variances given by two samples here. Given by two samples here. For that, we have let S1 square, S2 square be two sample variances. S1 square and S2 square be two sample variances of sizes N1 and N2 respectively. S1 square, S2 square be two sample variances of sizes N1 and N2 respectively. Then, and also you know that here the population, corresponding population variance, sigma square, population variance identified as a sigma square, sample variance will be S square. From the sample variance S square, if you want to construct the population variance sigma square, that you can get it from this relation here. This relation sigma is equal to square root of n by n minus 1 into S here. S is not within the square root into S here. As n tends to infinity, this relation, with the help of this relation, we can match that sample variance to population variance. As n is large, obviously the right hand side expression, definitely will coincide with the population variance. This is some 10 samples variance. That will coincide with the whole population variance as n tends to infinity with the help of this relation here. N tends to infinity means we can take n as a common element here. Then 1 by 1 minus 1 by n we can get it as about approximately it coincides with the population variance. That is the idea we can get that. Now for this test here, S1 square, S2 square be the two sample variances. S1 square, S2 square be two sample variances here. For that, from this, if you want to calculate the population variances, from these two sample variances, if you want to identify population variances, here you can note it by sigma 1 cap square, sigma 2 cap square, sigma 1 cap square and sigma 2 cap square here be two population variances approximated from the samples. B2 population variances approximated from the samples. Then again by the same this kind of relationship. You can say that here sigma 1 cap can be written like this here. Square root of n1 by n1 minus 1 s1 sigma 2 cap from the another sample S2 here. Another sample S2. In that manner you can get that here. Therefore, sigma 1 cap square, you can consider sigma 1 cap square will be n1 by n1 minus 1 s1 square. Sigma 2 cap square is equal to n2 by n2 minus 1 s2 square. N2 by n2 minus 1 s2 square. In that manner you can get that. What about null hypothesis for these two population variances we are getting from the sample variance? Null hypothesis says that there is no significant difference between between the population variances given by samples. Given by these two are population variances given by samples here. There is no significant is there here. Therefore, sigma 1 cap square equals sigma 2 cap square. Alternative hypothesis for F test is always not equal to only, and there is no less than, there is no greater than idea. There is no less than, greater than idea. We are going to use only two-tailed test only. We are going to use only one-tailed test or two-tailed test only. One type of tail test, two-tailed test. Sigma 1 cap square not equal to sigma 2 cap square. Sigma 1 cap square not equal to sigma 2 cap square. Right. This is the idea we can follow here. Null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. And the test statistic for this one is nothing but sigma 1 cap square by sigma 2 cap square. Sigma 1 cap square by sigma 2 cap square, or sigma 2 cap square by sigma 1 cap square, depends upon which one is greater value. Which one is greater value. If sigma 1 cap square is greater value, you can use this test statistic. Suppose sigma 2 cap square is greater than sigma 1 cap square, you can use another below test statistics. Test statistics very simple only here. Sigma 2 cap square by sigma 1 cap square. Okay, right. With V1, two degrees of freedom you have to calculate here. One is V1, V1 is N1 minus 1. Which one in the numerator? Suppose sigma 1 in the numerator, V1 is N1 minus 1. Suppose sigma 2 in the numerator, in that case V1 is N2 minus 1. V1 is N2 minus 1. Depends upon which one in the numerator. You have to take that one as the first degree of freedom, and second another pair is the below denominator degrees of freedom. Obviously, variance, calculation of variance contains N1 minus D1 degrees of freedom. Another variance also N2 minus 1 degrees of freedom. Therefore, you have to consider V1, V2 degrees of freedom. V1, V2 degrees of freedom. V1 is nothing but numerator degrees of freedom. V2 is denominator degrees of freedom. In that manner, we can consider that. Okay. Therefore, for level of significance alpha, if calculated value of f, modulus value of f less than f v1 v2 of alpha, f v1 v2 of alpha, then you can accept h naught. You can accept h naught. Alpha is the level of significance. Alpha is the level of significance. So very simple idea only here. You have to remember that. You have to remember that the test of significance will be x sigma 1 cap square by sigma 2 cap square. Sigma 1 cap square by sigma 2 cap square here. F test means sigma 1 square. Test statistic will be f is equal to sigma 1 cap square whole divided by sigma 2 cap square, or sigma 2 cap square by sigma 1 cap square, depends on which one is greater. Greater in the numerator. Greater value in the numerator. Greater value is in the numerator. In that manner, you have to assume that. In that manner, you have to assume that here sigma 1 cap square by sigma 2 cap square. In that manner. But if it is directly given, no problem here. Suppose you have to calculate from sample, means that can be calculated by n1 by n1 minus 1 s1 square. Sigma 2 cap square calculated from the sample variance n2 by n2 minus 1 s2 square. N2 by n2 minus 1 s2 square. From sample variance, we can calculate population variances. F1 cap square, sigma 1 cap square, sigma 2 cap square. And degrees of freedom, critical value is depends on f v1 v2 of alpha. F1 v1 v2 of alpha. V1 is numerator degrees of freedom. Numerator degrees of freedom. V2 is denominator degrees of freedom. Denominator degrees of freedom. Anyway, V1 is N1 minus 1. V2 is N2 minus 1. N2 minus. Suppose sigma 2 in the numerator, that comes N2 minus 1. V1 comes N2 minus 1. V2 comes N1 minus 1. Whatever the thing present in the numerator, for that only you have to use N1 minus 1, N2 minus 1, that type of relation. These are all the things you have to remember in the test, F test here. F test. Right. Yes, we move on to the problems now here. Two independent samples of 8 and 7 items two independent samples of 8 and 7 items. 8 and 7 items. Eight and 7 items. Yes, anyway, no problem. Right, no problem. Two independent samples of 8 and 7 items have the following values here. Sample 1, this much of values are taken here, and sample 2, this much of values are given here. Sample 1 contains 8 items, sample 2 contains 7 items here. Do the estimation of population variances differ significantly at 5% LYS? They are asking that. Do the estimation of population variances, differ significantly at 5% LYS here? Okay. From this data, from this sample data, we are going to estimate the population variance. That population variances whether significantly differ or not here, significantly different or not, that you have to calculate here. Okay, calculate here. Yes, only values are given here. About from these values, you have to identify S1 square and S2 square. Okay? You have to identify S1 square and S2 square here. That you can easily identify here. N1 equal to 8 items, 8 items here. N2 equal to 7 items here. N1 7, N1 8, and N2 7 here. And already you know the formula that S1 square equal to summation xi square by N1 minus x bar square, but x bar square is not given, therefore directly you can write that here. Anywhere. First find x bar, then you can proceed, no problem. Any manner you can find here. Summation xi square by N1 minus summation xi by N1 whole square here. That value is considered as a 4.187. 4.187, that value is given here. Right. Similarly, you can calculate S2 square from the given data. S2 square from the given data, and that value is also calculated as 3.357. 3.357. 10 square plus 12 square plus 10 square, or 10 square whole divided by N2, and similarly this value 3.357. 3.357. But after calculating S1 square and S2 square, you have to calculate sigma 1 cap square, sigma 2 cap square. Then the population variances we have to calculate. You have to calculate the population variances. That will be sigma 1 cap square, sigma 2 cap square, N1 by N1 minus 1 S1 square, N2 by N2 minus 1 S2 square here. Therefore, we substitute N1 is 8, 8 by 7, that value. For nearly this value here, 4.7 something here, nearly this value 3.9165 here, 3.9165. That is the idea here. And after calculating all the necessary values here, we put the null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis here. Null hypothesis H naught says that sigma 1 cap square equal to sigma 2 cap square. Sigma 1 cap square equal to sigma 2 cap square. There is no significant difference between population variances. Population variances given by samples. There is no significant difference between population variances given by samples. Alternative hypothesis says that there is some significance. Sigma 1 cap square not equal to sigma 2 cap square. Sigma 1 cap square not equal to sigma 2 cap square here. There is some significant difference between population variances. There is some significant difference between the population variances. This is null hypothesis, alternative hypothesis H1. Then test statistic, you calculate that here F is equal to sigma 1 cap square by sigma 2 cap square by sigma 2 cap square here. Then you can get it as 4.785 whole divided by 3 point. Then which one is greater? You put it in the numerator. Obviously here sigma 1 is greater here. Sigma 1 cap square is greater. So put it in the numerator, 4.785 whole divided by 3.916. 3.916. Therefore, F is equal to 1.2. F is equal to 1.2 you are getting here. Now you have to get the table value, critical value. For V1 is the numerator 8 minus 1, 7. V2 is the denominator degrees of freedom, that is N2 minus 1, 7 minus 1, 6 here. But 7,6 degrees of freedom at 5% LYS here. At 5% LYS, we have the critical value from the table here, from the table 4.21. Yes, we have to identify whether it is in the proper value that you can get that. Right, that you can get it from this one, the table of values here. Yes, F test we are going to calculate. F test. 5% level of significance. 5% level of significance. V1 is 7, 7,6 here. V1 is 7 here. V1 is 7, 6 degrees of freedom. 6 degrees of freedom. 4.21. The table value is equal to 4.21. 7,6. V1 is 7, and V2 is 6 here. That is equal to 4.21 here. 4.21. For that value, you get it here. 7,6. It will be 4.21 here. 4.21. For calculated value is 1.2. That's less than 4.21 here. Modulus f, modulus value f less than modulus value f v1 v2 of alpha. Therefore, accept H0. Accept H0 here. Accept H0 means there is no significant difference in the population variances. That population variances are given by two samples. There is no significant difference between the population variances given by two samples. Just in this problem, data given, they are asking that question asked that whether there is any significant difference in the population variances. Any significant difference in the population variances here given by these sample values here. Yes, first of all, sample variances you have to calculate. Because data only given. So you have to calculate sample variances, S1 square and S2 square with the help of the formula. And after calculating sample variances, you have to get population variances from the sample variances here. Sigma 1 cap square, sigma 2 cap square, N1 minus 1, N2 minus 1, S1 square, S2 square, okay, S2 square. From that one you can get that. Therefore, now null hypothesis H0, there is no significant alternative, there is some significant. Get test statistic. Which one is greater? Put that here in the numerator. Then that value are getting as 1.2. Now critical value V1, V2. Okay? Critical value V1, V2 at a calculator here N1 minus 1, N2 minus 1, 766 degrees of freedom. For that you are getting the table value, this one. Less than, therefore accept H0. Therefore there is no significant difference in the population variances given by two samples here. Therefore this is the first idea from the F testing. F testing. Another important important use of F test is that whether the two samples are taken from the same normal population or not. The two samples are taken from the same normal population or not. For that purpose, the F test is mostly useful here. For that purpose, F test is mostly useful. Therefore, here the important idea that in order to identify the samples are taken from the same normal population. In order to identify the samples are taken from the same normal population, you have to apply two tests here. What are the tests here? One is you have to apply t-test. T-test for difference in the sample mean. Difference in the sample mean values here. And second one is F-test. F-test is for difference in the population variances given by the samples. Population variances given by the samples. Therefore, suppose you have two sample values. If you want to check that whether the two sample values are taken from the same normal population, whether the two sample values are taken from the same normal population or not. For that, for that conclusion, you have to use two tests here. One is t-test. T-test useful for checking any difference in the sample means. Any significant difference present between the sample means. There's two sample items you are going to consider. Sample means any difference. For that, you have to use t-test. T-test second test statistic. T-test second test statistic you have to use here. Whereas F-test also you have to apply. F-test is for to check any significant difference in the population variances. Any significant difference in the population variances. That variance is given by two samples. That variance given by two. In both the tests, after applying both the tests here, if we get accept H0 in both the tests, if we get accept H0, then we can conclude that the samples are taken from the same normal population. The samples are taken from the same normal population here. Otherwise, you would say that any one of the tests gives the reject H0, then you can conclude that the samples are not taken from the same normal population. If both are accept H0 only, the samples are taken from the same normal population. In that manner, you can get that. Right. Now, for that, you have one problem here and important problem also here. Nicotine content of two random samples. Nicotine content of two random samples of tobacco, not R here, it is R, of tobacco are given as nicotine content of two random samples of tobacco are given as sample 1 nicotine content is given here, sample 2 is also nicotine content is given. Sample 1 we have 5 values here, sample 2 we have taken as 6 values here. From this data, can you say that the two samples are taken from the same population? From this data, they are asking that whether the two samples are taken from the same population. The question is that if taken from the same population means what you have to say that here. First, you have to calculate any significant difference in the mean values here, sample mean values. That you have to apply t-test here. Population variances you have to apply f-test here. Both the tests you have to apply here. Both tests you have to apply here. Right? Right. Can we try here? We will try one by one, give the answer here. Right. Sample 1, 21, 24, 21, 24, 25, 26, 27 here. Right. Solution of second problem here. Sample 1, 21, 24, 25, 26, 27. 26, 27. And sample 2, 27, 28, 30, 31, 22. 22, 27, 28, 30. 22, 27, 28, 30, and 31, 36. 31, 36. This is not considered in the first sample here. Or in the first sample, you have 5 items here, 5 items. The second sample, we have 6 items here, n2 equal to 6 here. N2 equal to 6 here. N1 6, N1 5, N2 6 here. But T test you have to adapt, and as well as the F test is also you have to adapt here. For both test, for T test means sample means, difference in the sample means you have to calculate here. So first to calculate x1 bar. X1 bar here. X1 bar is means 21 plus 24. 25 plus 26 plus 27 by 5 item here. Can you give the answer for x1 bar? X1 bar.
24.6.
24.6. Similarly, x2 bar up to 36.
29.
29. 6 here. 6. 29. X1 bar is 29. X2 bar, sorry, X1 bar is 24.6, X2 bar is 29. Immediately you calculate S1 square. S1 square. X1 square is summation xy square by n. N1 minus X1 bar square. X1 bar square here. For 21 square plus 24 square up to 27 square. N1 is 7 minus x1 bar is 24.6 whole square. 24.6 whole square. What will be S1 square?
$4.29.
4.29. Yes, very good. 4.29. And similarly, S2 square. 22, 36.
18, sir.
18. Exactly 18.
Yes, sir.
Up to 36 square by 6. 7. 7. This is not 7. This is 6. 5. So previously you used 5 only, not 7. 5. This is 6. Whole square minus 29 square. Minus 29 square. What will be your answer? 18. Correct? All the values are correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now x1 bar, x2 bar, s1 square, s2 square, that values are over here. Now adopt t test. T test for difference in the sample means. Difference in the sample means. T-test for difference in the sample means. What about your idea? Null hypothesis. Null hypothesis H naught. H naught says that there's no significance in the sample mean. No significance. No significance in the sample mean values. Sample means. Problem is only significant or not only. Therefore, there is no implicit meaning we require. Alternative hypothesis H1 x1 bar not equal to x2 bar. X1 bar not equal to x2 bar. There is some significance. There is some significance in the sample means. There is some significance in the sample mean values. Because of not equal to only, we are going to consider here. Test is a two-tailed test. Test is a two-tailed test. Test is a two-tailed. Next, test statistic you have to calculate. Test statistic you have to calculate. T is equal to, because of N1 not equal to N2, you can adopt case 1. And the second test statistic case 1, H1 bar minus H2 bar square root of N1 S1 square plus N2 S2 square whole divided by N1 plus N2 minus 2 of 1 by N1 plus 1 by N2. Can you adopt all the values here? Can you substitute all the values? Substitute 1 by 1. 24.6, 29, 4.29, 18. This is 5, 4.26, 18, N2 is 6, 18, all divided by N1 plus N2, 5 plus 6, you see that here, 4.29, this will be 5 and 6, 5 and 6. 5 plus 6, 11, minus 2, 9 degrees of freedom, and N1 plus N2, 1 by 5, 1 by 6. What will be your T value? Minus 100. $24.6 minus 29. What about your answer?
The minus 1.917.
Minus 1.917. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is T value, T distribution value. But at the same time, you have to calculate critical value also. Critical value. Right. Now, for two-tailed test, for alpha is equal to 5% LOS, for degrees of freedom. For this test statistic, degrees of freedom is N1 plus N2 minus 2. 11 minus 2, 9 degrees of freedom. 9 degrees of freedom. 9 degrees of freedom, critical value. TV of alpha, critical value TV of alpha is equal to T, 9, alpha is equal to 0.05. 0.05 here. Therefore, critical value for T test you can calculate for two-tailed test. Two-tailed test, 5% level of significance. 9 degrees of freedom. 5 plus 6, 11 minus 2, 9. 9 degrees of freedom, 2.262. 2.262. You have to get here. 2.262 for two-tailed test. 2.262. Implies modulus value of t here is 1.917. 1.917 is less than 2.262. That is equal to modulus value of TV of alpha. Implies accept H naught. Accept H naught. We are getting accept H naught in t test. In t test. T test you are getting accept H naught. Similarly, F test you have to adopt here. Now you have to adopt F test for significant difference in the population variances. Population variances. Significant difference in the population variances that you have to calculate. For that, you have to calculate sigma 1 cap square. Sigma 1 cap square is n1 minus 1 into s1 square. Similarly, sigma 2 cap square is n2 whole divided by n2 minus 1 s2 square. S2 square. n1 is 5 by 4, 4.26, 18. 4.26, 18. This will be 4.26. This is also 6 by 5. 6 by 5. 18. Can you give a sigma 1 cap square?
5.325.
5.32.
Yes, sir.
Sigma 2 cap square.
21.6.
21.6. Right? Now sigma 2 is greater value than sigma 1 here. Sigma 2 cap square greater value than sigma 2 here. And therefore, null and alternative hypothesis you have to write here. Null hypothesis H naught. Both are same. Both are same. There is no significant difference. There is no significant difference in the population variances. The population variances given by samples, that is understood. And then alternative hypothesis H1 sigma 1 cap square not equal to sigma 2 cap square here. There is some significant difference in the population variances. There is some significant difference in the population variances. Sigma 1 cap square not equal to sigma 2 cap square. Now, in the test statistic, you have to use sigma 2 first here. Yes, it is greater value here. For test statistic, F is equal to, here we have to use sigma 2 cap square by sigma 1 cap square. Since sigma 1 cap square is greater than sigma 1 cap square. Because of that area, we can adopt it. 21.6, 5.32. 21.6, 5.32. What about F value?
4.06.
4.06. Your F value go to so on. Now, critical value for V1, V1 comma V2, but V1 is what now here? N2 minus 1. V2 is N1 minus 1, because V1 is numerator degrees of freedom. This is denominator degrees of freedom. That is equal to already numerator is 6, denominator is 6, sorry, sigma 2 comes from the 6 data here. So 6 minus 1, 5, 5 minus 1, 4, 5 comma 4 degrees of freedom, 5 comma 4 degrees of freedom. And for alpha is equal to 5% LOS, alpha is equal to 5% level of significance. 5 comma 4 degrees of freedom, alpha equal to 5% level of significance. is equal to is, you see the table here, 5,4 degrees of freedom. 5,4 degrees of freedom. Five numerator is 5,4 degrees of freedom. 6.26. 6.26. The value equal to 6.26 here. 6.26 that you can use. 6.26 is equal to 6.26. 6.26. Now f value that is equal to FV1 V2 of alpha. FV1 V2 of alpha, that is equal to 6.26 less than. Next line implies f value, that is 4.06 less than 6.26. That's equal to f V1 V2 of alpha. Where marvelous value of f less than marvelous value of f V1 V2 of alpha. Where accept H0. Accept. That is comes under f test. For f test also accept H0. Already t test also accept H0. T test is also accept H0 here. Therefore, we can conclude that therefore that is in both T and F test we have accept H0. We have accept H0. Accept H0. Therefore, we can conclude that both samples are taken from the same normal population. We can conclude that the samples are taken from the same normal population. Same normal population. This idea. If any one of the test is reject H0, then you cannot conclude like that. Samples are not taken from the same population. That manner you have to conclude. For this type of problems are very, very important. Definitely you can expect one question from this type of idea. And the samples are taken from the same normal population. Same normal population. Further you have to calculate x1 bar, x2 bar, s1 square, s2 square. Then t test you have to adopt. Both are not equal to, therefore you have to n1 not equal to n2, therefore you have to adopt to first test statistics for mean. You can adopt this one, you can check whether it is accept H0, reject H0, then apply F test for significant difference in the population variances. Whether you are getting accept H0, reject H0, you have to check that. If both accept H0, you can conclude that the samples are taken from the same normal population. This idea. I think all of you understand the this kind of problems here. You have to adopt both F test and T test. F and T test. You see one problem for your exercise. Two samples of sizes 9 and 8. One is n1 equal to 9, n2 equal to 8. Gave the sum of squares of deviation from their respective means. Sum of squares, we see that below. Sum of squares of deviation from their respective means. That is equal to 160 and 91 respectively. That is equal to 160 and 91 respectively. Sum of squares of deviation from their respective mean. X1 bar square, X1 bar, similarly X2 bar, their respective mean, that values are given as 160 and 91 respectively. Can they be regarded as drawn from the population with the same variance? Can they be regarded as drawn from the population with the same variance? But anyway, this question particularly consider the same variance idea. Same variance idea. Therefore, we can use only F test only. Only particularly concentrating on same variance or same variance, that type of thing means you have to adopt F test only. Variance means F test only. But if they are asking that whether drawn from the same population, same normal population, in that manner, you have to adopt both T test and the F test. For here, for the variance of the sample, it is given the sum of squares of deviation from the respective mean, that is given here. So you have to calculate S1 square and S2 square. Divide by N1, divide by N2 by the definition. And then you can get S1 square, S2 square, and sigma 1 cap square, sigma 2 cap square. You can calculate here H sigma 1 cap square is greater than sigma 2. So that is in the numerator. For substitute, degrees of freedom is 8,7. Can get accept H0. Therefore, there is no difference in the population variance. Hence, they can be regarded as a drawn from the same sample variances, same variances, same variances. This manner you can write. We have only one test here, chi-square distribution in the second unit. That you have to move here. That you have to move. Any example problem? I am searching for example problem. Sorry, exercise problem. That is given. No exercise problem. Okay. Maybe given as assignment. It's okay, ba? This is the idea we can follow. I think all of you understand the concept of F distribution.